Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Malinovka map, and we've got FadingNeptune from a Yaya clan. He's in the Tier 9 British heavy tank, the Conqueror. It's one of the very good heavy tanks in the British heavy line, which leads to the Super Conqueror, which is used in Clan Wars as well. Is heading to the hill, so I'm going to save you a bit of time. Well, we'll skip to the point where he gets to the top of the hill. Alright, so I've already lost one of the tanks that came up in front of the other team, so he didn't have any sort of backup. But the enemy are also occupying the top of the hill, so see how they play this. Now, the Conqueror and the Super Conqueror both have sort of spaced armor configuration on the front of the turret, which will help block heat shells. The commander's hatch is at the back, so you can block that with your gun. And yeah, it's got, obviously you can go through the hull or the turret roof if you can shoot down on it, but it's also got pretty good gun depression. And he's facing some interesting tanks there. There's Concept 1B, which is Tier 9 reward tank, which is similar to the Tornwagen in terms of its layout, but also has good gun depression and fairly hard turret front. And so far, Fading hasn't been able to penetrate anything. Really needs to get lower on the Tornwagen, which means he'd have to expose himself a bit further, unless you can hit that very small commander's hatch at the top. So far, not having much success, but he's also bounced one incoming round and hasn't yet taken any damage, so just waiting for the enemy to sort of commit and push over, which will then expose their lower hold. There we go. Now, 79. He must have just fired an AG shell. Sorry, I didn't notice that, but he's gone back to his standard rounds, which are a premium. And in fact, let's just have a quick look at the gun while we're doing that. So he's running the top gun, which is the 120mm, and gives him 400 damage and 326 pen, which should be enough in a Tier 9 battle, because he's top tier. And here we go, Concept 1B pushing forward, exposing his lower plate. Does get a hit into Fading, but he gets killed as a result. Fading gets a nice hit on him as well. And here we go, another tank pushing forward that is at 51. And he does take a couple of hits there. And now he's starting to get some use out of his gun. So the enemy that have pushed right forward have paid the price. And here we go, Tornwagen is now a bit out of position and takes a hit on its lower hull. So now Fading can basically take advantage of the less support that they've got and decide whether he wants to push in that particular direction. He's just looking at his options here. There's a Kunze-Panzer, doesn't really have a shot on it. No, he's just over the top of the hill. Puts a blind shot in any case, just in case someone wanders into the path of the shell. And there's a Charpentier 4 who might be clipping right now, and Fading just misses out on getting a shot in there. He's just trying to bait the shot from the Tornwagen. Well, that didn't help. Looks like the Tornwagen went through his turret. And he wants to return the favour, but yeah, just not penetrating the armour. Now he's getting shot by HE from the Caliban, which not surprising because it's got 180 pen, but it's not going to get you through the front of a Conqueror. And they lose their Tier 8 Czech heavy tank, TNH, and here we go. It's got the 103. So it's lost a bit over half his health, but still got plenty to play with. But now he's got these tanks pushing in. He can just use his gun depression on this ridge. He's not exposed to the top of the hill, and he can put holes in this TN 103 all day. So getting a bit of assisted damage as well there. So 2.5k of damage, and now he's got nearly 1.5 of assisted damage there, and gets a shot right on top of the Charpature and gets a kill with just a very sliver of the turret available. And now they are in an advantageous position. They've got a lead of about 3,000 hit points and a couple of tanks. So just looking for tanks below, no targets on offer, and he does get spotted there. And okay, now the prototype AMX-30 is exposed, puts a nice shot in there and gets a decent high roll there. It's taken that AMX-30 prototype down to one-shottable. Now there's an OHO coming up, and there should be some nice farming for FadingNeptune. There's also the Caliban, so it doesn't want to show his side to the Caliban. You can be, there we go, another tank firing HE. The Conqueror. Fading puts a blind shot in and bounces an incoming round from Tornwagen almost at the same time. And it's got a T-56, putting in 2 nice shots into the Tornwagen and doesn't take anything back. So now the Tornwagen itself is one-shottable. Aims, 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 gets the kill. Alright, so 4 kills now to Fading. They've really taken apart the enemy on the hill. They've all gone in different directions now, not a cohesive attack, which is working to Fading's favour. Gets a shot into the Waffenträger Panzer IV. And that brings up his 4k of damage. So it's got a combined damage total now of nearly 6,800, and still plenty of tanks on offer, including the prototype AMX-30, which he now gets the kill for, so that's 5 kills. And the enemy in sort of disarray gets a nice shot into the OHO, 1 more shot, and that will be his 6th kill. The target's going to last long enough to get his top gun. Should be, there's plenty of time left in the game. Not that the Conqueror is the most fastest tank around. And there we go, 6th kill. That is his top gun, and now they've got a distinct lead here. Something the enemy is not going to recover from. And just look, good gun depression here, just getting an outline of the Tortoise. He needs to go for the commander's hatch on his left, in terms of the way it's facing. That is the major weak spot. But you would think with the, oh, there you go. We're talking about weaknesses of another tank. The Kunze walks in front of Fading's gun and pays the ultimate price there. So again, you can just see that he's hunting for the commander's hatch and goes through it and gets another kill. So that's 8 kills now to Fading, and that is the end of the game. Well, we've had a bit of run on Radley-Walters medals in the channel recently, so welcome to the club, Fading. Apart from getting all his badges, he managed to get his 2nd mark of excellence on the barrel, so it shows very consistent damage. So what do we get? 5.5k of direct damage and 2.7 of assisted damage gives you about 8.2k of combined damage, which is what works towards getting your marks of excellence. 8 kills, of course, which gets the treasured Radley-Walters medal, and apart from getting the high caliber reward for the most damage, you also got the steel wall for bouncing 2.3k. So a lot of the other minor ribbons, which we don't really worry about. But in terms of his performance for the team, 1692 base experience is a really nice high level of performance. And there's a Borask there who came in next, and the Teenage Tier 8 came in 3rd. But the next highest damage was the Borsig, who got 2.4k. And on the enemy team, the VZ51 got the highest, but none of them really performed all that well, so no one over 2k. Anyway, that's what you sort of need, a bit of luck there to get the high scores. So all the good luck is what you want. So in terms of his specific game, 32 shots fired just shows, keeping a gun in the game and keeping it working all that time is, always going to give you the best damage and impact on the game. 25 of the shots he fired hit, 17 of those penetrated, 1 splash damage, so he did fire an HE shell. There might have been a hitting the key accidentally. It's happened to me at least once before. I'm not going to admit to too many more. In any case, let's say the costs. He's playing a tech tree tank at tier 9. You're not designed to make profit, but he had some personal reserves running to help defray the costs, and as well as mission payout. So decent income of 174k, but the costs really outran that. So ammunition and consumables really being the big part of that. So lost only 14k overall, which I think you'd be very happy with the result. Anyway, another great game there from Fading. Thank you for the content. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so. I'll have more great content to follow, and thanks for watching.